Good evening, welcome to ITV News. This is Wednesday night's calendar.
Yes, we've a special programme this evening as the who's who of the black music industry descend on Sheffield for the MOBO Awards.
Yes, tonight the Steel City is alive with the sound of music of black origin, as anyone who's anyone is here on a very busy red carpet tonight to celebrate all that's good in music, arts and sport. And we're going to make it a night to remember here, so join us soon as the party gets started.
Thanks very much, Lisa. First, though, here's what else is coming up on tonight's programme.
Desperate measures as the government pledges millions of extra NHS dental appointments. We hear from one woman who took matters into her own hands.
It got so painful and so wobbly, I just started pulling him out. You can't believe what it feels like not being able to smile. I can't be me anymore.
It was the late show for Leeds United as they scored 3 injury time goals, making them the region's only FA Cup survivors.
And after a calmer day today with some fantastic cloudscapes above the region, it's all change as we head into tomorrow. Weather warnings for snow and ice, an amber one for the Pennines and the Peaks. All the detail a little later on.
But we start tonight with one of the biggest events in the music calendar as the city of Sheffield plays host to the MOBO Awards.
Now, in its 26th year, the MOBOs are the UK's biggest and most prestigious celebration of black music and culture in the arts, sport and media.
From the world of music, nominees this year include Stormzy, Dave and Ray. From TV and film, Idris Elba and John Boyega are among those keeping their fingers crossed. And from the world of entertainment and media, ITV's very own Alison Hammond and Maya Jama are in the running for an award.
Well, the stars and the crowds are beginning to turn out in force at the Utilita Arena, where Lisa Adlam is live for us beside that red carpet. Lisa, well, a big night ahead.
It most certainly is, Lara, a very big night ahead. And although it may be cold outside, the atmosphere is certainly hotting up, and this is a huge privilege to be beside a really, really busy red carpet here in Sheffield. We're getting ready for the MOBOs, celebrating the music of black origin here in Sheffield, but there's so much more to shout about as well tonight for people's achievements in the film industry, in television and also in sport, and chief among those is Sheffield's very own Dame Jessica Ennis-Hill, of course. Now, she was on the red carpet just a very short while ago, and we managed just to catch her looking incredibly glamorous for a very quick chat before she went in, and this is what she had to say.
I mean, these are the moments that really inspire young kids, and I remember starting athletics in, Don Valley Stadium, seeing this amazing stadium that inspired me, and I think events and occasions like this really, let young kids know that they can be part of something really incredible, so I think it's brilliant.
They're going to start shouting soon.
But back to the music now, and of course we know that Sheffield has such a rich musical history, but this is the first time the MOBOs have been held here, and to celebrate that, the city's been holding a series of events throughout the week. Today, it was the turn of Sheffield's African and Caribbean communities to show off their artistic and musical talents, and Martin Fisher was there as well.
School children from across Sheffield performing a song by MOBO nominee Stormzy, highlighting how the next generation of musical talent is making the most of the MOBO's first trip north to the city.
I always thought the MOBOs was always somewhere like down south, and then when we actually got the notice dropped at the end of November, 6 o'clock in the morning, I was getting phone calls, messages, MOBOs is coming to Sheffield.
And there to watch the youngsters perform was another MOBO nominee for Best Grime Act, rapper Bugsy Malone.
Do you know what? I've never taken that song in like that. It was impressive. The kid's done it justice.
How important is it we've got the MOBOs here in Sheffield today?
Listen, the north of the lake, that's what I'm saying. So it's only right that we turn up and we support. I've been a huge supporter of the MOBOs since I was young. I was watching this growing up, aspiring to be in here. So here we are.
It wasn't just about music today, though, rather a chance to showcase Sheffield's African and Caribbean communities.
We're a multicultural city, and it's important that we put on events that reflect that. So as well as a fantastic music event, we're celebrating Afro-Caribbean culture and having a good time at the same time.
But it was the music that was centre stage. 80 children from 4 schools covering Stormzy's song, specially rewritten to mark the occasion.
Look to the sky, what you are with me, God is my witness, I'm working religiously.
It's a real experience, like, I love performing, it's what I love to do, and that was just beautiful, I loved it.
It was really fun. It was like a great opportunity for me because at my young age, not many people would be like singing on big stages like that, so it was really fun.
For other young performers, having the MOBOs in Sheffield, offering a glimpse of what their future might hold.
One day, do you think you'd like to be on the main event?
Definitely. Of course, that's the dream. Go as far as possible. I'm very ambitious, yeah.
The MOBOs are a huge worldwide event, but here at the Fringe, it was the event's music bringing the city together. Martin Fisher, ITV News.
Well, some brilliant sights and sounds in Martin's report there, and there is plenty more of that to come. So do stay with us throughout the programme, and also later on when we'll have a very special performance of a Stormzy classic from a very special Sheffield choir. We'll see you soon.
Lisa, looks absolutely fantastic. Thank you. OK, let's take a look at the rest of the day's news. And the depth of the NHS dentistry crisis in our region has been laid bare today by a woman who's told us how she's removed 12 of her own teeth with pliers because she hasn't been able to see a dentist.
Caroline Persey from Scunthorpe spoke of her desperation as the government unveiled plans to offer dentists a £20,000 bonus. The aim? Well, to encourage dentists to work in so-called dental deserts like parts of our region where people simply can't get treatment on the NHS.
Well, just to say, John Hill's report contains Caroline's own graphic description of her DIY tooth extraction.
There's no need to tell Caroline Persey about just how hard it is to see an NHS dentist in our part of the world. The evidence is plain to see. Caroline used to boast, in her own words, beautiful teeth, but she fell ill during the pandemic, her teeth decayed, and despite a 3-year quest, she simply couldn't find an NHS dentist.
Caroline, it got so bad. Well, what did you do?
It was so painful. I couldn't get a dentist. I actually got these. These are just 2 of the teeth that I've pulled out. I've pulled out over more than 12 teeth out. I did this. And pulled them out.
We put Caroline's case to the Health Secretary.
Yeah, and look, somebody in that amount of pain must always remember that if they need to, then they can go to their local accident and emergency ward to get help, because that should not be happening.
To try and fill the gap in dental provision, the government is to offer dentists £20,000 to work in areas like ours, where the shortage of NHS dentists is at its most acute. And they aim to offer an extra 2.5 million appointments on the NHS. But Yorkshire dentist Joe Hendren says the plan doesn't go far enough.
This is a bandage to repair an open wound. We need substantial talks whereby we have a contract which provides not only the level of remuneration to carry out the treatment, but also to carry out prevention.
As for Caroline, still unable to find NHS dental care, she can now eat only soups and soft food. Her diet, her very personality, changed, it seems, forever.
I can't be me anymore. I can't be me.
So sad to hear Caroline Persey there, who was ending John Hill's report. A 12-year-old boy from West Yorkshire has received a Points of Light award from the Prime Minister for his work combating online hate. Zach Eagling from Liversedge campaigned to create a new law after being targeted by online trolls who sent him flashing images designed to trigger his epilepsy. Now, thanks to Zach's law, which came into force in October last year, that's an offence punishable by 5 years in jail. Today, Zach had the chance to visit the Houses of Parliament and meet Rishi Sunak.
Hello, it's to recognise Prime Minister himself is pretty surreal. So
you're really proud though, aren't you, that you've been recognised?
So to get the award from him is pretty amazing.
To Zach. Now, Leeds United are the region's last team left in the FA Cup after they won their fourth round replay at Plymouth last night, and Sheffield Wednesday lost at Coventry. Leeds were forced to play extra time with the scores level at the end of the 90, but 3 goals in 30 minutes ensured safe passage through to round 5, where they'll play the winners of tonight's game between Aston Villa and Chelsea.
And a quick reminder that you can catch up with the latest news across the region day or night on our website. It's itv.com/calendar.
Right, well, Kerry joins us now, and well, you've told us about this snow on the way. The warning's got a bit worse, hasn't it?
Yeah, we've got a few warnings in place now. I mean, it's already felt very cold across the region today, hasn't it? You sent me this morning, didn't you?
I did.
This was you.
It was me.
Michael Billington's Name in Lights. There you go. This was near Ainley Top in March 2023, last year, when we had quite a bit on the 10th of March, and this was the last snow that we had on the 18th of January. Of this year, 2024, and this is by Alan Flint in Bridlington. But of course, we had the blue skies and the snow, and that looked really pretty. I don't think it's going to look that way as we head through into tomorrow. So we've already seen our temperatures decline. Yesterday it was 14, today we struggled to 7. Tomorrow we're going to struggle to get to 2 or 3 Celsius, and yes, we've got outbreaks of rain on the way. So what do we know? Across all parts of the region, it will be cold and it will be wet, and it will be windy, and this is our wind chill. So we've got a significant easterly, and it will feel sub-zero across all parts of the region. But yes, we've got the rain coming in from the southwest, it hits the cold air, and we've got that magical mixture. I'm saying magical, it's a massive pain, it's really tricky to forecast. We've got a yellow weather warning out across most western parts, and over the tops we now have what you've just mentioned, that amber weather warning, which currently is for the higher parts of Bradford, Huddersfield and the Pennines and down into the Peak District. It's coming in from the southwest, so it'll hit the peaks first and then travel northwards during the course of the day. Further east, we could see a little bit of snowfall at lower levels, but not as significant and not as impactful as we're expecting further west and, of course, over higher ground. So our 2 weather warnings. Snow and ice in the yellow warning is from 6 a.m. tomorrow until 6 a.m. on Friday. A wintry mix at lower levels, a couple of centimetres possible for a short time before turning back to rain. Above 200 metres, though, above the higher ground, snow 5 to 10. But it's that amber, and it's with those strong winds we could see drifting right over the tops. We could see 15 to 25 centimetres, and that is, you mentioned earlier, 9 or 10 inches. So we're hoping that is just right over the tops, and of course the forecast is very shortly.
Thank you, we'll listen up for that. Well, now it's time to head back to Sheffield and the red carpet for the MOBOs 2024.
Yes, Lisa's been rubbing shoulders with the celebrities, and Lisa, they'll be taking their seats in the arena about now, won't they?
We're just about to do some other bits.
Yeah, it's still really very busy here. Everyone has been making their way in, looking. There's been some incredible outfits, which you can catch up with on our late news and again tomorrow. But, you know, while this is a big name for some of the nominees, those big names like Stormzy and Little Sims, it's a huge night for everyone who's been involved, and not least those who brought the MOBOs here. And the ones who've written and performed a song especially written for the MOBOs, which we can just take a quick look at now.
You know me, top boy, when I run up on the mic and I can't see a spit around here, that's a like. Clear out the runway, I'm gonna take flight. Trouble about to direct things like Spike. You're looking at a bad boy MC from Chef. When I look at you, I see a lot of gimmicks in the night.
Yes, well, that's some of the music that will be just part of the showcase here. And 2 people who are making no secret of their excitement at the MOBOs being here are Dom and Coco. Thank you so much for hanging on for us. How does this feel tonight?
Oh, it's incredible. You know, to embrace black culture in the city, the music, the artistry. It's amazing that it's here.
And you're a local music producer. What kind of inspiration will this be for young kids growing up?
Oh, it's massive. I think being as close as this, it almost makes it feel real. It makes it that much more tangible, and it's just an inspiring feat to be here.
Coco, how do you feel about this? Excited to be here?
You know what, I feel as though we should have had it a long time ago, but nevertheless, better late than never. But it's a proud moment, man. You know, we've been seeing our city and our community thrive for a long time, so it's full circle right now. You know what I mean?
Well, better late than never. I'll let you get in there and have a good time. You've waited for us. Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Thank you.
See you later. Well, you know, that's just two of the people going in. We are absolutely crammed in here. You can't really get a full sense of just how much is going on around here. But now we could go to our colleague Amelia Beckett, who's just across the way from me here, and she's been speaking to some of those people who've come along to catch a glimpse of tonight's celebrities and everything that's been going on.
Yeah, that's right. Thanks, Lisa. Well, you're right in there in the crowds, rubbing shoulders with the stars. I'm out here and I'm actually getting a sneak preview of all of those famous people arriving here in the turning circle. So while I see them, so do all the people who've come out here tonight. And while it's great to have all of these stars here in Sheffield, it's also great for local people who've been telling me how they've just managed to walk out of their door and get selfies with the stars.
It's just great. We don't usually get much like this.
It's a one-off probably, and never
do
it again.
That's it. We always watch it, don't we? And I didn't think it'd ever be here.
And tell me what you're most excited about.
About Soul to Soul, because I liked them when I was younger. I used to watch MOBO all the time, and when I heard it were coming, I'm like, oh yeah, can't wait, you know. So, you're really excited.
Yeah, and you've come down a bit early. You're gonna.
Yeah, we're just gonna have a walk down and then we'll go in.
Try and spot some stars.
See who comes down, yeah.
So he invites us to an after party.
Well, you can see it's still really busy here now, but there's only 10 minutes, I'm told, until everybody has to be inside taking their seats. And I'm seeing a few swanky cars pull up. So we'll go back to you, Lisa, and see what famous people you'll spot before the show starts.
Well, Amelia, we are surrounded by them, and I don't know about you, but the enthusiasm and the excitement here is absolutely infectious. You probably can feel it in the studio. I hope you can get a taste of it at home. It's so infectious, in fact, that I think Colin, the cameraman, and I are going to break out of this little pen that we've been caught up in for the last half an hour or so. And we're going to get our dancing shoes on, and we're going to go and join the party. So, Lara and Michael, it's back to you.
Well, thank you very much, Lisa. We've certainly got a good taste of it. It does feel exciting down there.
Keen to see their moves.
Yeah. Now, there's much excitement and anticipation among those hoping to go home with a MOBO tonight. One woman who knows just how they'll be feeling is Janine Dyer.
Yes, a few years ago, the gospel choir she was in won one of the prestigious awards. Janine then went on to found the Sheffield Community Choir, one of the best known in Yorkshire. They even joined Take That, believe it or not, on one of their tours. She says the MOBOs will shine a spotlight on talent in the city.
I think for young people in the community, it's so inspirational for them to see, you know, just everyday people and stars that they probably just see on TV and think we're never going to meet them or I'd like to be like them. To see them coming through their city, it's amazing.
You yourself won a MOBO. What was that like?
Oh gosh, it was so amazing. It was so prestigious at the time, as it is now. I mean, it was many, many moons ago, but even to this day, we're so proud to have that MOBO on the mantelpiece.
And no wonder. Janine Dyer from the Sheffield Community Choir. And we're leaving you tonight with something really special from them.
Yes, a really special rendition of a Stormzy hit just for us.
Yes, on tomorrow's programme, we'll have all the news from the ceremony and from backstage, with Sheffield showing the world just how to throw a party.
In a moment, Kerry will have the forecast, followed by the ITV Evening News. But let's leave you with the Sheffield Community Choir and Stormzy's Blinded by Your Grace. Good night.
You fix me
good visibility on the horizon. TIRI sponsors ITV Yorkshire Weather.
Yes, tomorrow is all about the risk of snow and ice, but today we had a decent day, drier, calmer, winds lighter and some fantastic skies above the region. This mackerel sky, this altocumulus looking fantastic above Scarborough. A big thank you to Angie Holpin and to Sue Bilcliffe, who took this one in Wakefield with fantastic reflections there. Keep them coming, weather photos at itv.com. But mackerel sky often a sign of rain to come, and that's the case as we head into tomorrow. Cold and wet and icy east winds, and yes, the risk of snow and ice. In the meantime, though, for the bulk of tonight, it will stay dry. There will be clear spells and the winds will stay light, and therefore the temperatures will take a bit of a tumble, and we are looking at just above or just below freezing, which is pretty much what we had last night. Maybe a little bit of high cloud nudging in from the southwest by the time we reach dawn. So settle might not look like this by the end of Thursday. Maybe a little bit more wintry because rain spreads its way in from the southwest and readily turns to snow, certainly over the hills and predominantly over the Pennines and the Peak District. We could see in excess of about 25 centimetres of snow. Elsewhere, there is a wintry mix of rain, sleet and snow, where we could see a couple of centimetres at least for a time during Thursday. That first system pushes its way northwards for the evening, again producing snow over the hills. A second system pushes up during the early parts of Friday, again producing snow right over the tops before readily turning to rain. And then on Friday, it's milder, but it's cloudy, misty, murky and damp, and that pretty much sets the scene for the weekend. Definitely frost-free, so there's no risk of snow as we head into the weekend, but quite a lot of cloud around, and there will be a risk of rain around at times too.
TIRI sponsors ITV Yorkshire Weather.